Hi, welcome to Time for Healing. I'm your host, Marion Porter. Oh, do we have a show for you today? None other, finally on my show, Jan Bartop-Babbitt. Oh, she's a hypnotherapist, and she's going to talk to us all about virtual gastric bypass. Oh my God! You're on the show. You're talking about the thing.
That was excellent. You pronounced all those words right.
I worked really hard.
That was really excellent. Thank you for your tenacity in getting me on the show.
My God, I love you.
I've
wanted you on my show since I started it. Here we are.
Thank you.
The day is here. Wow us with magical things. So you're a hypnotherapist.
I am a hypnotherapist. I've been a hypnotherapist for almost 12 years now. And I have multiple certifications, but virtual gastric bypass is my latest one. I also have over 20 years of cognitive behavioral therapy under my belt, so I'm kind of a one-stop shop.
I'm liking this. So, virtual gastric bypass.
A lot of us have heard of gastric bypass, where they go in and they put a band around your stomach or somehow make your stomach smaller. That's got a couple of extra added features to it. One of them is there's a reason that you need the bypass surgery. The reason is you're eating more than you need to eat, you know? And just simply changing the size and shape of your stomach and doing nothing with your mind simply changes the size and shape of your stomach. And you're as a result of real bypass surgery, you have the medical complications, you have the expenses, you have to take supplements, I believe, for the rest of your life. And it really hit home with me one day. I had a hypnosis patient who came to me to lose weight, and she had actual gastric bypass. And we were talking, and she said, well, I can't eat and drink in the same meal. And I said, I'm sorry, I don't understand that. That was like speaking Greek to me. And she said, there isn't enough room in my stomach to consume food and to consume liquid. So
Dear God.
Thank you. Constantly, and I understand. And
why would you want that?
Some people, it's changed their life, and I understand that. But my issue has always been they're not addressing the problem. They're addressing the symptom. And I've seen people get very sick, and I've unfortunately had a couple of dozen people come to me after the physical bypass surgery asking me to hypnotize them to lose weight because the mind portion was never addressed. The great thing about virtual gastric bypass is it's much more cost effective. There's no supplements required. You're not going to get sick if you overeat. The cool thing is you have no desire to overeat. Through the process of virtual gastric bypass, which I learned the Sheila Granger method. I've just recently been certified. She's in the UK. She's done at last count, she's done 2 clinical studies. So this is medically backed up over in the UK with a 95% success rate.
Well, hang on. So we got to back up because this is fascinating.
Okay.
You know, you raise a good point. You hear about this surgery, how this is the way to go, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
I never really thought about it that way. So no wonder people struggle, and you hear about all of this stuff.
Well, what hurts my heart is you're doing this because you don't feel like you have any other options. And often you don't. Often it's do this or die. Okay. But if you do this and you don't address the problem behind the symptoms, you might not be as successful as you could be.
So this is something different than being hypnotized for weight loss?
Yeah, it's more intense, it's more in depth. I have a 4-week program. I do group sessions and I can do individual sessions depending on your comfort level. And you go in, again, depending on your comfort level. The cool thing is everything can be adapted. I worked with a lady recently who had really trauma being in a hospital. So I said, okay, then we won't do that. We won't do the hospital setting. Most of the time, you will hear the sounds of the operating room when you're under hypnosis. Most of the time, you'll smell the smells.
Wait. Okay. You can hypnotize someone in such a way that they're going to actually feel they're having this surgery?
Short answer, yes.
Okay, say more things about that, because that's just shattered my mind.
When you're under hypnosis, your mind is very susceptible. It's not mind control. It's just hypnosis is very, very focused relaxation.
Let's say some things about what hypnosis is, perhaps.
You're very relaxed and you don't care. One of the best things that can happen to me when my clients emerge from hypnosis, I ask them, what do you remember? Because if you don't remember, then you've just paid me for a very expensive nap. So included in my hypnosis, I encourage you to remember everything you choose to remember. And 10 years later, when we meet on the street, you can tell me what you remember about it, because you will still remember. It's just the way it is. But hypnosis is not mind control. I can't suggest that you rob Bank of America tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Because even if you were in Bank of America tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and even if you looked at the clock, and even if you thought to yourself, I believe I'll rob the bank, if it's not in your moral and ethical code, you wouldn't do it. Chances are, if I suggested something that wasn't in your moral or ethical code, you would wake up. You'd emerge. You'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Really?
Yeah, you are in complete control at all times.
Wow.
Yes.
So all you're really doing is like a really, really deep type guided meditation? It's a little. I don't think if I don't understand hypnosis, maybe say more things. I get that. I'm confused.
Well, with meditation, you're going to go to a nice place, and it's different for everybody. With hypnosis, I guide you to the extent that I need to. So I will guide you. If you're okay with being in the operating room, if you're not okay with being in the operating room in your mind, then we won't be. But if you are, I will take you to the operating room. We will...
and I will know what an operating room is like by the hypnosis?
You'll hear it, because I will play in the background. I will play the sounds of an operating room.
Oh, my.
I have a cool little technique that allows you to smell alcohol, because if you have ever been in a hospital setting, a lot of alcohol smells. So it just enhances...
I should hope not.
It enhances the experience. No, I mean like rubbing alcohol kind of thing. It enhances the experience, so it makes it easier for your brain to believe. And with virtual gastric bypass, it isn't drastic. It makes it easy for you to make small, manageable changes. You're not going to give up the foods that you love ever if you don't want to. But it's a small, gradual process that's reinforced. I give you a MP3 or a CD if you needed it, an MP3 to listen to twice a day. I ask you to listen to it twice a day. It's just 8 minutes. It's no big deal. It's just reinforcing. And you find that you're not hungry, because there's two different kinds of hunger. Most of us don't have much experience with stomach hunger, body hunger, physical hunger, the need for nutrients. Most of us know about emotional hunger. I had a bad day and I deserve a steak. I had a lousy day, I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to celebrate, let's have cake. And it isn't, you don't need it. But if you get to a point... It's nice, though. It is very nice, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a diet. There's no deprivation. I eat what I want to eat when I want to eat. The way I look at food is differently now.
So, my mind is blown. So you can really make me feel like I'm in an operating room. Mm-hmm. And so that's literally making me think that I have had this surgery to my stomach.
Yes, and your brain will react like you've had surgery.
I don't have a virtual scar.
You will... I hadn't thought about a virtual scar. Maybe I should fold that in. But your brain will say, "Oh, I'm done now." See, we're so used to eating everything.
This is blowing my mind. I'm
about to really blow your mind.
Let me have a sip.
This is one of my favorite things. The desire to eat something usually goes away in the first 3 bites. So if you
No, it does not. It takes at least 5 or 6 before I know I've been in.
If you were craving banana cream pie and you went to a restaurant and you had a piece of banana cream pie, the first 2 bites are magically delicious. They are fantastic. The third bite is pretty good, but you could stop now.
Are you saying? Wait, no. I can't. I've never
Try it.
noticed this.
I know.
I enjoy eating, honey. We all know I like to eat.
We all like to eat, but try it. The first
3 bites?
The first 2 bites are magically delicious.
Well, can I make them really big?
They're everything that you knew they would be, and this is the reason that you came and you sat down and you prepared this food and it's going to be amazing. The third bite is still good. I'm not saying it tastes like sawdust, but you really don't need it anymore because you've satisfied that craving.
What about the 20th and the 21st bite?
It's there because you're eating it because it's there. Pay attention.
Whoa, wait, no, come on. That really did hurt.
I know.
Seriously, no, that.
It took me a month to do this. I get it.
I'm having a stroke.
Because
on the air.
The really cool thing is you have dessert again tomorrow. And you know what? Tomorrow, those
3 more bites?
3 more bites, which
They're going to be big bites, though.
Which would have been 4, 5, and 6 today. Tomorrow, the first 3 bites are magically, oh my God, delicious.
You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first.
It works.
I don't know which one to look at. I'm going to look at them all. 3 bites is all it takes.
Yeah. It still tastes good in bite number 4, but it's not so amazing anymore.
Now, define the size of a bite, though, because I'm going to fill my mouth.
Well, you're eating it. Now you're eating it because it's there. Really?
I've often said that many a time.
Are you going to?
And you were growing up with that. Eat it. It's there. You got to eat it. Oh my God!
You have this much pie left. Are you really going to get a to-go box? Yes. Do you know why? Because it's going to be delicious tomorrow.
Delicious on the ride home, I should think.
Well, but it's your brain doesn't need it anymore. Your brain says, "Oh, I'm satisfied. Okay, good."
Wait a minute. Wait. Ow.
This is what.
So my brain is involved in my eating.
Your brain is 1,000% involved in your eating. The reason we eat.
Then why does it lead me down the wrong path every time?
Because the type and amount of food we eat is related to our emotions. A hot fudge sundae will cure a bad boss.
Cure anything.
You know, a pumpkin pie will make it okay that it's Monday tomorrow. You know, all we eat, we stuff down the food
right
emotionally.
Only 3 bites, though. Just 3 bites.
Well, the emotional thing is, it's emotions. Food doesn't resolve your emotions, but feeling good, being able to.
So why is the emotions involved? Because they got to be in there somehow.
Because there's a mind-body connection to everything.
I've got a mind-body connection to pie.
You have yes, you do, and you haven't thought about it.
Never.
And the first time you think about it, you're going to say, well, Jan was wrong, and you're going to keep eating. And the second time, you're going to say, Jan was wrong. And the third time, you're going to go,
Yes, but perhaps by the 5th time, I'll look at that cheeseburger and see 6 meals.
Your body, because of your mind, I help tell your mind that your body's very comfortable with 2 or 3 small meals a day. And that's really all you need. Through hypnosis, we talk about shrinking your stomach to a more manageable size. If you took all of the liquid out of the dinner you're going to eat tonight, it might be a little bigger than a golf ball, just the solid mass.
You mean like if I freeze-dried it?
Right.
Like a powder?
Right. So that's the solid mass without the liquid isn't that big. Everything's fluffy and fluffed up, and that's how we like it.
Yes, we do.
But you can...
The fluffier, the better.
You can easily, without any deprivation, without any dieting, you can train your stomach to be comfortable with 2 or 3 small, healthy meals. You can look at your plate of food and go, I'm done now. And that's part of the process, is I encourage you to mentally take 2 fingers and push that plate away because you don't need it anymore. You continue to eat out of habit.
I've never pushed a plate away in my life.
This might be a great opportunity.
I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, I've never pushed a plate away. I've pulled them towards me plenty of times.
Well, and often we're taught starving children and wherever, you know? Well, nobody ever packed up the food and sent it to the starving children. And here's another way to look at it. You continue to eat even when you're not hungry. Would you continue to fill your car with gas once it was full?
Oh my God.
Would you?
Just hurt. Seriously, that just hurt. Give me a moment. Don't say another thing. I think I'll throw up. Wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I never thought about life like this. 55 years old. Look at me.
We are treating our bodies like trash cans.
Oh, yes.
We're
like
stuffing
a dumpster.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't need it. And you know what? When you can lose weight, yes, it costs money. Health costs money. Are you going to pay for it on the front end and get healthy and better and feel good and get off all of your medications and play with your grandchildren? Or are you going to pay it to the pharmacy and the doctor and the x-rays and the health is a choice. And yes, it costs money, but health is a choice. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. And eating is what you eat is a choice. There's no diet. I'm not a dietitian. There's no deprivation. The fastest way to get me to not eat right is to say you can never have this delicious thing again. Oh no, I'm going to have it.
See, that's the problem because I enjoy.
You will still enjoy
the deliciosities of life.
You still will, but you're going to find out that it's not
3 bites.
It's not so delicious on bite 6. It's still good food. But you've solved the issue. The reason that you're eating, the mental reason that you're eating has been resolved.
All right. Every single one of you watching this show, whatever your next meal is, only eat 3 bites and then see how bite 4 feels. I know I'm going to do this.
Conscious awareness.
Conscious awareness of our eating. Oh, my God. Try it. I'm trying it. I am trying it as soon as we're done. We're going to go.
Think about the last meal you ate with a friend. Did you taste most of it or were you busy interacting?
I don't know if I tasted anything.
This actually makes everything, you're more mindful. It's more delicious. You notice everything. But there's no deprivation. There's no supplements. There's no surgery. There's no recovery time. It's just a simple technique. And it works 95% of the time in 2 clinical trials.
So we talked earlier about possibly, the format of my show is that whoever's on, whatever they talk about, I receive that healing. And you had said that wouldn't be possible with hypnosis. And I really was fascinated by your answer. So I'd like you to just say some things about that and why it is that you can't do that for me on camera.
When you're working with somebody under hypnosis, or really any form of counseling, I would say, since that's what my area of expertise is, you need to be super ethical. And even more than that, as a client, you need to be aware of what you're walking into. Do you feel comfortable with this person? Do you feel safe with this person? Now I'm going to ask you to go into an altered state of consciousness. You're in complete control all the time, but you're very relaxed. It probably won't work if you don't trust me.
Right.
So the reason you can trust me is I'm very, very ethical. The reason I can't hypnotize you on air is because I can watch you and I can see that you're not driving a car. You're not, throwing a small baby in the air. You're not, grilling steaks. You're not doing anything that would require your full and complete attention. But anybody listening to this could be wandering off doing whatever they could maybe listen to it while they're driving. Or
so the viewers would get hypnotized from you hypnotizing
absolutely.
me?
That's quite possible.
Oh.
So I can't.
Oh, I think I just made that connection right now. Oh,
I can't be aware of what they're doing. And maybe you don't think you'll be hypnotized, so maybe you think it's fine that you're listening to this on your phone in the car or whatever.
But there will.
It's not, because you might. Hypnosis happens, you're in and out of hypnosis all day long. The state police call it highway hypnosis. When you miss your exit on the highway, or you've been driving and you remember the first part of the song, but suddenly you're halfway through the next song.
That happens.
Yeah, that's highway hypnosis.
You know what gets me? I'll tell you what gets me. When you're driving down the highway and there's the white dashed line, it just seems to be like coming,
it's hypnotic,
one after another into my left eye, and I'm like, I can't. Oh wow. So
it's really hypnosis is really a natural state that we're in all the time.
What?
Yes.
You just came on this show to just pop my mind over and over. And how?
Have you ever been watching a movie with, I don't know, 40 other people in the room?
Yes.
And something startled you?
Yes.
And you jump?
Yes.
You forgot where you were, but you didn't forget where you were. You were just deeply very relaxed focus. How can you be startled when there's 40 other people in the room and the guy two seats down is munching popcorn like he hasn't eaten this year? Boom.
You should just have 3 bites.
You should just have 3 bites.
I can't wait to just have 3 bites of everything.
It's the mindset, because it's still here, so I need to finish it. Why wouldn't I finish it? I remember the first time
Particularly when it's a big garbage can.
Right.
Of it. But
so your body is in a garbage can, so why are you stuffing? Why would you put more gas? Why would you pour gasoline onto the floor?
That's just
onto the ground.
That's amazing. That's just an amazing analogy. So when the movie theaters, if we're hypnotized.
Yeah.
When else are we hypnotized?
Anytime that have you ever just been home and other people are living in the house and they walk in the room and you jump?
Yeah.
I
just thought I was zoning out.
Well, zoning out is very focused attention. Hypnosis is just very focused attention.
So I am hypnotizing myself all day long?
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. I'm hypnotized now.
People have been doing it
thoughts.
for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Because hypnosis works. And hypnosis works for so much. It's the mind-body connection. Do you want to quit smoking? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to stop picking the wrong partner in your life? Do you want to be a better parent? Do you want to be able to balance your checkbook? Everything starts here.
Wait. I can be hypnotized to balance my checkbook right? Oh, no, I can't.
I can work with you to uncover the barriers to why you won't be financially responsible.
Oh my God.
Hypnosis, that's why I do this.
You're breaking my mind with every word you say.
It works. It simply works. Because there's a mind-body connection. What your mind hears and believes. Okay, here's a great example. A lot of people are afraid of spiders. How did you develop this fear of spiders? A spider is the size of a dime.
Spiders are evil.
Right, I get that. But probably when you were a little person, somebody in your life reacted badly to spiders.
They're marauders.
Somebody, probably mom saw a spider, screamed, maybe got up on a higher object, called for dad. Mom, who is omnipotent and can do everything, including, get the cookies. Mom can do everything.
And get the cookies.
So she's in charge of everything. And she calls the only person more omnipotent in your world, Dad. So Dad comes in, saves the day, and takes care of this little dime-sized spider. And now...
But her energy is very large.
But you know that spiders are bad. And you know that, and you'll carry it with you forever. Because you know spiders are bad. And all it took was somebody convincing you, somebody that you trust.
Hypnotized me?
No, explained to you without words that spiders are bad. And you went, okay, I got that.
Well, I'll tell you, I have moved to a spider refuge, apparently. And I'm losing my fear because they're trying to get me. I got to kill them all the time. And I don't want to kill animals.
But only if they come in your house uninvited.
If they step to me. But that's another story for another time, friends. So, my God, this is a good time. So, again, what if I choose not to go with the hospital setting, am I going to get my surgery in the woods?
No. That's an excellent question. I just wouldn't incorporate...
A back alley?
We're going to a dark closet somewhere. No, I wouldn't incorporate the hospital setting. You'd have
you're not slicing in?
No, not at all. You'd have the same experience. People often feel their stomach getting smaller. Another thing that I include is water. You'll drink a lot more water because I will fold that in. You'll drink a lot more water. The only time I've felt deprived since I started this process was if I didn't have a bottle of water with me, which is crazy, but that's the only time I've ever felt deprived because it's so strong. And all I'm doing, I'm talking to your subconscious, which is like a very attentive 4-year-old. Your subconscious says, oh, you want me to do
Now,
this?
I consider myself right now to be a very attentive 4-year-old.
Your subconscious says, okay, you want me to do that? I'll do that. No problem. And I'll do it to the best of my ability. Your wise mind, what we walk around with all the time, says, no, that's not okay. I paid $4 for that, and I'm going to eat the whole thing.
Exactly.
You know?
Yes.
And that is what you're going to do in the beginning. But just let it be an awareness. And how interesting. And I wonder if Jan's right. Let me try this.
We're going to find out
there's
real
an awareness.
soon.
But it may not happen the first time. But then you're going to be unhappy because you'll feel like I wrecked it for you, because after the third bite, you'll be like, I don't really need this.
Yeah, but that donut that I get is probably a good 12 bites.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's cost effective right there. And I'm becoming cheap in my old age.
It really is cost effective because you don't need to eat the amounts that you. And when you're done, when you've reached your capacity, when you've eaten all that you need to eat, it's either going to go into the trash can at the restaurant, the trash can at the house, the styrofoam container where it will sit in your refrigerator and become a science experiment.
Oh, no, I'll eat it the next day, just the 3 bites,
or you'll force it down. But you're treating your body like a trash can because you don't need
anymore.
Because you don't need
Look
it.
at that. Okay, so we've got just seconds left.
Oh, no.
Jan Bartop-Babbitt with the Virtual Gastric Bypass. Is there any last thought you want to leave us with in this 44 seconds that we have left? Now 41.
Please contact me, because it doesn't.
No, we're not going to say that. So, because that's a commercial for you.
Oh.
All right. So we'll pause that. We're going to restart the clock.
In 44 seconds, what do I want to say?
All right. So, wait, hang on. All right. So we just got a couple of seconds left there, my love. Is there anything you want to say? Any final thoughts about this virtual gastric bypass?
Your mind is a very, very powerful thing. There is a mind-body connection that goes constantly. There is a difference between head hunger and stomach hunger. If your head is hungry, it's probably emotional. If your stomach's growling, and when's the last time you ate because your stomach was actually growling, that's physical hunger.
Well, there you have it. This was fantastic. And thank you for watching. And remember, when you eat your next meal, only 3 bites. See how you feel on the 4th. Thank you for watching Time for Healing. Watch us for our next great episode. All right.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.